still surprises me the attention paid to this bare and simple room. To sleep with one's working medium is not so unusual. The apprentices of the Renaissance often had no choice. But the head of an artist is always occupied by his craft, no matter where he sleeps. There is nothing extraordinary to speak of in here. I am not a collector of the macabre. There are 3 trestles of varying heights. The objects are kept underneath until called into duty. Sometimes the bottles seem to be huddled, like ceramic flocks sheltering from a storm, and I think of the old shepherds with their herds, moving like the shadows of clouds across the hills. It's so strange, because I had more trouble with her than anything else I've written.
And maybe that's why
really.
We feel that when we read it.
It could be, because I was so worried. I suppose Annette's story of the 4 stories is most simply told, in a way, because it's a folk tale, essentially. It's a dark folk tale. She's being haunted by this creature, the bestia, the beast, which is, she imagines this terrible demon has escaped from the painting in the local church and is following her around, watching her, and she can kind of feel his gaze on her. And I was really worried that it kind of, there's a fantastical element to it, and because it's a folk tale, it's simply rendered and it's very comfortable, kind of, I don't know, less naturalistic maybe than the other 4. And I suppose as a writer, I've always tried to rely on a naturalism to make you, the reader, believe where you are, landscape, character. You know, if it feels real, then, you know, perhaps you'll stay with the writer for longer while you're reading. So her story was something different, and I was worried that it was too simple or too colourful, like a piece of folk art, too naive maybe. This is going to sound strange, but I hope my work is ambitious in that it's taking on some really big subject matters. And I can't find a definite link between those subject matters and the ambition in the work and the landscape. But that landscape made, I think, me and my brother and all the kids from the area feel very capable, like you could scale that mountain if you had to. Yeah. And in a way, I do think that helps with projects later in life, I think. You're not afraid of taking on something so big.
Is here anybody to understand Czech? Here! Yes? Tak já budu číst teda jako jenom kousíček, ale... Bratře, nakloní se ke mně Artur a dýchá mi do tváře. Je na čase to tady změnit. Víš, kde bylo nejvíc padlých za války? Tady. Víš, kde bylo nejvíc zavražděných za komunismu? Tady. A kde pořád mizej lidi? No tady. Je tahle zem unikátní nebo není? Je. Globalizovaný svět už je takhle rozdělený, hergot. Thajsko sex, Itálie moře a obrazy, Holandsko dřeváky a sýry. No a Bělorusko horror trip, no ne, nebuďte tak vážný, kurva, zaburácel Artur. Je uvyklý velet, to se vidí. Navštivte evropský památník genocidy, ďáblovu dílnu, hlaholil dál Artur a rozlévá vodku do kalíšků. In my country, in Czech Republic, we are part of European Union and so on, but I think the terrible problem is the tension between among Roma people and society. Roma or Gypsies or Sinti, I don't know. And it's not only in Czech Republic. It's in Central Europe, especially in Slovakia, Hungary, and Czech Republic. And it's serious, you know. For example, I think the government, Czech government, made one, I think, very intelligent step now to have the Roma language in schools.
We read that.
Okay. But in week on Facebook, which is for intelligent people, is about 90,000 people against.
Yes.
And terrible is that the beginning of this Facebook against Roma action, the beginning, was joke from few lazy students.
Yes.
It was like joke. No, we are lazy to learn one more language. Stop it. But immediately, these neo-Nazi, you know, these people creates some petition, and in a week you have 90,000 people only in small Czech Republic. Yes. So I think this problem really exists.
Yes.
And I know this problem is very, very complicated.
Kijk eens, ik heb andermans littekens. Waar komen die vandaan?
Sorry?
You read your own motto in Czech and you know what it's about. So what do you mean?
Yes, because, I was sitting in Berlin, because this book was written in Berlin, and I was thinking, all these depressions, writers are like normal people. Sometimes we have not real depression, but sometimes you think you are not the best in the universe. So in this terrible moment, I was thinking, oh my God, only me, only I care about the old things like Second War, and so who cares about it? I am absolutely alone. For example, the new generation, they don't care about it, and you understand. Then I find an interview with Dorota Maslovska. She's my friend. Today she's, 23 or something. She's famous Polish writer. And there was an interview with her, and she was talking about the same problem. Oh my God, I couldn't escape history. I couldn't escape it. I couldn't escape the terrible days of my grandma, blah, blah, blah. And I use it. And I was happy. I was not alone in this moment.